Hey you guys, welcome to Renee's Ace Cricut tutorial. This is actually going to be our first episode with designing a Easter t-shirt. Here on the screen you can see that I am just double checking all of my settings and making sure all of my letters are aligned. And because I am using heat transfer vinyl, I want to make sure that every single layer is checked for mirroring, so when I cut it out, it comes out the right way. Also, I use like a white background to help me with the colored letters to make sure that I'm aligning them correctly onto the shirt. And right now I'm separating them because the silly rabbit part is actually going to be in white glitter, and you cannot layer glitter vinyl underneath a layer. So I had to separate it and make it a different color for the Jesus and the Carter name, so I can use regular white vinyl for those words. Um, Here in this part of the video, you'll see that I'm facing down my vinyl. So you also want to mirror your images as well as face your vinyl shiny side down on your mat. And if your mat is a little old like mine, you might want to use some tape to help stabilize your vinyl so it doesn't move around when it gets cut. We're going to just zoom in here and you can see it cutting. The dial, I had it set in between the light cardstock and the iron-on vinyl because glitter is a little bit thicker than your regular vinyl. So I just like to make sure it cuts all the way through. That way I don't have to do a double cut. Also with these colored vinyls, you want to make sure you're facing it, like I said, shiny side down or colored side down, because sometimes, like you can see with the blue, both sides are the same color. So one side, as you can see where it's curled up, one side is shiny and the other side is like a dull color. Even though it's the same color, with the shiny side you want to make sure that it's facing down onto the mat. Alright, so I'm putting in my purple. It's cutting out my bold letters. The font that I used was Arial. I just wanted to keep it, nice and bold so it wasn't too difficult to read. It's for a child, so I just wanted to make sure that they could actually see the colors. And this one is going to be the white, which is going to actually be the layer that helps me layer the colored parts of the vinyl onto the shirt, the Carter and the Jesus name. There is my orange. And some vinyl, they won't have the same backing color. I believe it was my yellow. I don't think I used it, but it actually had a white backing, even though the yellow was on the other side. So sometimes it's just depending on the brand or where you get it from or how it's made. Sometimes it'll have the double side will be the same color, or one side will be white and the other side will be colored. Alright, so fast forwarding, I'm showing you a quick view of the vinyl that I had weeded out with the colored. And as I finished that, I went ahead and started pressing my t-shirt. The size was a 4T for a little girl. So what I'd like to do is press the shirt and then put a middle crease just to help me align the design onto the shirt. And I also use a T-square ruler to measure about 1.5 to 2 inches down the chest of the shirt so I know where exactly I want to set my design. And then I'll measure from one side of under the arm and on the other side just to make sure that the design is aligned properly. And as you can see, that's what I'm doing here. I'm measuring both sides to make sure they're straight, and with the T-square, it actually really helps. It has like a little lift, so it fits right perfectly aligned with my heat press. So when I move it, I don't have to worry about it being crooked and that I'm measuring correctly. And the tape that I just used is actually called thermal tape, and it's actually good because it doesn't leave residue on your shirt or your vinyl when using the heat press. So now I'm just putting my next layer of white at the bottom. It is the plain solid white, which I'm going to actually cover with the other colored letters. I'm just double checking and lining them up and tape it down so it doesn't move. Again, I have to eyeball it just to make sure it is straight. And go ahead and press it. Alright, as you can see here, I had to turn my camera around so you guys could see the color letters that I'm putting on. Um, since I have the white background for the word, I can easily just lay the colored letters on top of it, not having to worry if they are, crooked or not aligned straight. So it's really helped me out. Sometimes I try to go with the color of the shirt, so I would probably use black. But for this case, since the top part of the design is white already, if a little bit of white is shown, it's okay. It's not going to make a big difference. So that is the finished part of the front shirt. Now I'm going to do the back. And again, I did use the white wording. And here I'm also trying to align the back so it matches with the front. And again, I'm using thermal tape, just eyeballing it, making sure the letters are straight. And double checking again. It doesn't hurt to double check. Sometimes you might think it's straight, sometimes you might have the shirt crooked. So it's just always good to double check. So now, since I've laid the white down, I can go ahead and lay the colored letters onto that area. And because I did that, I don't have to worry about my colored letters being crooked. And so here is my final project of the t-shirt. Here is the front design. And here is the back look. So with the white background, to me, it kind of brings the colors out a little bit more against the black. So I'm pretty glad this came out this way. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. I will do my best to answer all of your questions. Give it a thumbs up and please share. Other than that, also if you have any tutorial ideas, go ahead and comment them below. I will see what I can do for my second episode. And you guys have a great day.